Look at the all-star lineup I have to my left over here.
You get some beauties in there, really.
What's going on? Is the beauty contest in town or what? What's going on around here?
Puts a little pep in your step, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, and they're going to talk about some peppy things, peppy stepping anyway. I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to see Annie this weekend with my great nieces and nephews, and it is every year whenever I've gone to the Christmas performance, it's fabulous. We always enjoy it, and this year I'm thinking, well, they must be getting older, maybe they don't want to do it. Yes, we do.
Well,
So they really love it. It's
you're
great.
a great aunt which blows my mind.
I like kids. I do. I'm one myself. So anyway, so I let you talk to these two ladies that know so much more than I about the wonderful things that are happening at the Carol and David Lackland Center at Centenary University.
All right, thanks. I'll talk to you later, Joyce. Thank
well.
you for everything this morning. Live in the studio and also live on Facebook, broadcasting live in the studio live with me right now. Did I say live enough? Catherine Rust and also Deirdre Wirth, and we're going to talk about the Super Family Holiday Spectacular, Annie, the production at Centenary Stage Company that's happening right now. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Good morning, Jimmy.
Whoops. There you go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad you're here. And this is the talk of the town. It absolutely is. Annie, the musical that's happening at Centenary. Yeah, it's been running since November 23rd, and the grand finale's coming up right now. And before we get started, there's a special tonight, right?
Oh, tonight is the 2-for-1 special. I think a lot of people in the area know about it, but you can get in to see this incredible musical production for the price of basically a movie ticket. So it starts at 7:30, and people start lining up about 5:30. We have a line all the way down the hallway, but it's the best deal in the state. So you can bring your family, and it's a more affordable, any evening of entertainment. There's a cast of 50 plus, a live orchestra, and just amazing talent on the stage. So come on in, 2-for-1. The one ticket is $29.50, so half of that's in about $14.75.
That's a great bargain.
Yeah.
Cheaper than a movie, and you have a ton of talent in the play.
A ton of talent.
With you is Deirdre Wirth, and Deirdre, I know for 30 years just from being in radio, but not personally, because she was a ABC News correspondent, and she was on the news at the top of every hour at every radio station I ever worked at through the 80s. And thank you for coming.
You're making me feel really old.
Well, you're not old. You're not. You broke in young.
That's right. I was 12.
So a lot of people, when you're on the air here or when you're doing the spots, people say that voice sounds familiar,
Yeah.
and it should be, because Wirth is your real name, but you want to let them know what you're.
Deirdre Bryant is
There
my
you go.
air name and professional name.
So from ABC News, so it's a thrill. So tell me about the play.
Well, Annie is quite an undertaking, as Catherine was saying, with 60 plus people in the show, a live orchestra, and there is so much local talent in addition to the professional talent. There are some amazing performers from New York City that drive out here to do the show, and all sorts of local people, some people who are pursuing theater, other people who just do it as a hobby. But I have to say, the children in this play are incredible. Annie, of course, is played by Grace Nagel, who lives in Alamucci, and the orphans are all between the ages of 9 and 11. And these kids are little professionals. Let me tell you, you will really enjoy it. Sometimes you might think, they're just local kids, but they are so well trained. And I want Catherine to tell you about the Young Performers workshop that gets these kids ready for the stage, because I don't think there's anything else like it in the state.
No, and in fact, I think Peter Felicia said that years ago. State acclaimed. He said he'd never seen anything like it in all of the shows that he'd gone to, where youth was the feature of the program. So I think it's his 27th year of Michael Blevins leading this program. It's like, I call it like the farm team for the professional stage. The kids, after this many years, have gone on and done stuff in New York and Sesame Street Live, and they've toured Europe with shows. So they really go out into terrific careers after going through this intensive musical theater training program.
So that's the pool of talent for you guys.
For the young kids.
I was going to say, even Justin DeCito, who plays Rooster, one of the leads, who is he's now one of the top tap teachers in New York City, just an amazing performer. He started
age 11. I heard he cried the whole first day of the program, but then he just went on to become an amazing, charismatic performer. He just loves it every minute on stage, and he's so talented.
See, tall guy with dark hair. Because is that who he is? He
Yeah,
was here a few months ago.
It could be.
Yeah, when he did his one-man show,
Oh,
not the
probably.
three-man show
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they did.
Yeah, what a
talk
nice
show.
guy.
And
Yeah,
sometimes
very
you'll
humble.
see his dad playing at Mama's once in a while.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, that was him.
wonderful artistic family.
One of the things that I just wanted to be sure to mention is that Liz McConaughey, who plays Miss Hannigan, is just outrageous. I mean, you have to see this show to see Liz. But Liz has been involved with a charity for a number of years that's called Together We Rise. And she asked Carl if it would be all right if she did a curtain speech and asked for a fundraiser at the end of the show. And he said, fine. The organization ties in so beautifully with this show because it's called Together We Rise, and it's to help children in foster care.
Oh.
And a lot of times children will have to move houses very quickly, have to move to another home, and their belongings are just thrown into a plastic garbage bag. And what this organization does is they put little kits together, and it's national. It goes all over the country, giving children hygiene items, a duffel bag, coloring books, crayons, things like that all come together in the duffel bag. And you can request, if you can't go to the show and throw a few dollars in the basket after the show, you can go online to togetherwerise.org, and you can make a donation, and you can ask that your donation go to a local organization. You can say, I live in New Jersey or Northwest New Jersey or whatever, and I'd like it to help foster kids in my area.
You know, Catherine, kudos to Centenary Stage for allowing that. That's a really a beautiful thing.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty moving for us, and the audiences have been extremely generous. You know, I think we're around $3,000. Well, originally it was a $5,000 bill. I think
That's
we
the
might shoot
perfect
for
time
more
of
now.
year. Listen, what do we have left show wise now? Now you opened in November. What do we still have coming up now? What shows?
Well, the young performers go into their musical theater festival of shows. Actually, this weekend, Godspell. Oh, you're going to ask me that? Yeah, Godspell.
We got it all here. Now tonight, do we have action tonight?
We have Annie tonight.
Annie
That's the
tonight?
2 for 1. Yeah.
And that's the 2 for 1.
Uh-huh.
And when is after that? Annie continues until
We have Friday, we have 2 shows on Saturday, and a matinee on Sunday.
absolutely
Oh, wait,
marvelous.
The Wiz and Christmas Going Uptown are the other 2 young performance shows that just popped into my brain
It's
finally.
going to be a great
So that's a
December.
marathon of musicals. So that's the kind of training these kids get. You know, they'll do 3 full-length Broadway musicals every 15 weeks. So that's pretty amazing, and
Well,
they're great. Come
The
see that too.
amazing thing is that they are actually performing on the weekend when we're doing matinees and evening shows. In between, they're running back over to the
Yeah.
little theater to
Yeah.
do these other
Do another
shows.
musical. We have 2 entirely separate orchestras. Yeah.
It's amazing that maybe perhaps as an Oscar or a Tony Award winner, maybe in your play,
I think so.
you know,
Yeah.
or any one of them. So the matinee on Sunday.
We have a matinee Saturday also.
What time? The matinee.
2 o'clock. And
Okay.
the reason we do the matinees we add an extra matinee for these shows is because we know the families are all coming together, all generations, the grandparents, the parents, the kids. It's wonderful to see. So we would encourage you to come out to the 2 o'clock matinee Saturday and Sunday, and then Friday night at 8, Saturday night at 8.
All right, let's hit this quickly. I got about maybe 2 minutes. Daddy Warbucks. Is he?
Osborne.
And what's his background?
Oh, what a voice.
Osborne's done a lot. He's been in some Broadway stuff, Cape Man and a couple other things, but he's got he was trained as an opera singer. And then I shouldn't say this, but his wife told me that he really didn't like the opera world. And so he switched to musical theater.
Oh, that's good stuff. And then FDR, who's that?
That's the Pat Coogan, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, he's been in the productions of Annie, I think 6 times.
He
This
was on
is
the
six-
national tour of Annie, the
Yeah.
first national tour. too.
Nice. So look at that. And for
Yeah.
$14, 2 people, that you can't get
beat
that
it.
anywhere.
Yeah.
No,
It's an
absolutely
amazing
not.
phenomenon. And then the Lackland Center, what a spectacular facility. That someone was just talking about it on Broadway radio. Peter Felicia was talking about it on Broadway radio last week about what an amazing
Mhm.
facility is in the middle of, our
Well, my dance
community.
teacher in New York came out this past Sunday to see the production, and she
Mhm.
was just amazed by the Lackland Center. And
Yeah.
she said, what a community theater. I said,
And a light show.
this isn't
and
community
everything.
theater.
That's the real deal.
This is a performing arts center. She was just so surprised by it. And
Yeah, I think that's a lot of
yeah.
people think it's all students, and it's not.
Right.
They're
It's not.
professionals in
No.
this program.
Mhm.
And then, of course, we're doing gift certificates if you want to do the January music series. That's a great Christmas present.
So visit them online or call the box office and get to see Annie before Sunday. And then when you go to to the website, you can see what their upcoming schedule is. And Deirdre, did I cover? Did I miss anything?
Well, I'd have to give a shout out to Bob Eberly,
Hey,
who is
Bob!
listening. He's either watching us or listening, and he's driving up here this weekend to see Annie on Sunday because he actually misses all of us. He and Nancy.
Yeah, if you ever go, he ran the pharmacy, but if you ever go online and look at all the amazing photos of Centenary Stage Company Productions, almost 95% of those are Bob Eberly's
Nice,
photos.
it's sold to the
Extraordinary
earth. Really nice.
And a
guy.
year ago, he was in Newsies.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So, but he moved to Florida. So
Is he
he's
the guy
coming
that
back
said
with us.
telegram?
No, he was the police officer
Okay.
with a, I don't know. He hit someone with a baton, I think. He had a violent role.
Typecasting.
All right. So we covered everything. The box office. Oh, I gave you the paper with the box office phone number.
Yeah, 908-979-0900. We have Tori and Trevor waiting online, and then a bunch of other wonderful students that work with us. And then you can go online at centenarystageco.org.
Just show up.
Or just show up. We'd love to see you.
Okay, Catherine Rust, Deirdre Worth, thank you for joining us. I'm psyched about Annie. Break a leg, but not really. You ever get tired of hearing that, guys?
Never,
Break a leg.
never.
Break a
No,
leg?
you can also say married.
You can?
Yeah.
I like that better.
Mhm.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. There you go on R&J Radio, Northwest Jersey's own. It gets better and better every time, right, R&J?